Hey everybody, it's Damon. I'm here to share with you today probably the number one thing that's had the biggest impact on my professional career in the last 5 years. And I don't think you're going to guess it. It's podcasting. And I'm not here to sell you on podcasting. I'm here to share with you how podcasting has literally changed my life. I'm going to share with you 8 ways that podcasting has transformed me and why every leader should be involved, whether it's as a guest, as a host, or both. Number 1, podcasting has made me a better communicator. It's helped me get more clear, more concise, and more intentional about how I speak and communicate. I've trimmed filler words. I've become more clear in how I speak. It's one of the best tools I've ever seen to sharpen my communication in real time. Number 2, I've become a much better storyteller. When you're doing a lot of podcasts, there's a lot of repetition. And when it comes to storytelling, the more you can tell the stories over and over really helps you refine how you tell those stories. When it comes to stories, podcasting gives you a safe and visible space to practice. You want to be a great leader, learn how to be a great storyteller, and podcasting is a great avenue for getting the reps in to refine your storytelling skills. Number 3, podcasting will get you out of your comfort zone. I remember like it was yesterday, the first time I was on a podcast as a guest. And looking back on that episode, I looked like I was going to throw up. I was so nervous. But you know what? I made it through it and I wanted to get better. And what's the only way to get better at something is to do it over and over. So I got on as many podcasts as possible. I reached out to everybody and I've done over 150 podcasts and I can't say I'm fantastic, but each time you learn, you grow and improve. And I feel so much more confident about speaking than I did before. And that's something that you can achieve as well. You can do the same thing. Get on podcasts, try out your stories, and learn and grow. It's a great way to build confidence. Number 4, and this one is critical, it's literally 10x my network. When I started podcasting, I think I had about 1,500 to 2,000 connections on LinkedIn. Now I have close to 8,000. And not only on LinkedIn, but just through the network of other people I've met through it. You meet so many great people through podcasting. It helps you evolve and grow and learn when you're guesting and especially when you're hosting. People like to tell their stories. You could send LinkedIn requests and I get about a 50, 60% hit rate. Number 5, podcasting has made me a better listener. When you have a guest on, your goal is to ask deeper questions. So you need to really lock in and focus. So this muscle of learning how to be a better listener has helped me professionally and personally. I feel more confident when I'm on customer calls. And even at home, my wife would say I'm a better listener. I look at it this way. The mic trains you to stop talking and start listening. And that's where trust is built, whether at home, whether through your clients, or even on Zoom calls with your coworkers. Super important. Number 6, podcasting has taught me how to improvise and connect with people quickly, especially as a host. Before you go on air, you want to get people to feel comfortable with you. You got to figure out how do you make them feel comfortable and trust you. And that's one of the most important things that you can learn how to do in podcasting. I'll give you an example. The other day I had a guest and before we went on air, they're very quiet and subdued. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And when we started and went live, I asked them good questions. I got to know them. We connected. And by the time the show ended, they had a great time. They loosened up quite a bit. We ended up having a great conversation and we've since become friends. Number 7, if there's one thing that's for sure, it accelerates learning, especially as a host. When I bring somebody on the show, I read their book, look at some of their work, and I think about how am I going to ask questions that apply both for me as a leader and for our audience. And there's no better way to learn things than by having intentionality behind it. And that's absolutely something that podcast delivers for you. And so it's a great way to accelerate your growth and your learning. Think about the authors I've had on my show: Stephen M.R. Covey, Doug Conant, Dr. Jessica Kriegel, Matt Dixon from the Challenger Sales. It's like a dream come true for somebody who enjoys continuous learning. It's an incredible, incredible experience. But in that conversation, I look at podcasting, both guesting and hosting, as like a 1-hour free coaching consultation for some of the greatest leaders that are out there today. I can't say it enough. If you want to accelerate your learning, podcasting is one of the best ways you can do it. Number 8, I don't think there's any better way than to build your personal brand than podcasting. Now, you may say, hey, look, I don't need a personal brand. I disagree with you. I've got several episodes on the Learn It All podcast. You could check out the show notes, the one with Marquise Ogden about how important personal brand is. But let's look at it this way. If you're a guest on a podcast, ask them for the raw footage of the video. You take that footage, use a tool like Opus AI, and I can guarantee you could have 10 pieces of content that can be repurposed on social media, from reels to carousels, quote cards. It's an incredible way to take the content that you've created and put it out there. And by the way, you may be saying to yourself, well, I don't have anything to say. We all have our own point of view. Podcasting is an incredible way for you to up-level your brand. At the end of the day, people don't trust logos, they trust people. And podcasting and repurposing your content from the podcasting, and it's one of the best ways to get your name out there. And one of the other ways I like to look at it is share your knowledge and your experience, and other people out there can learn from you. Now, you may be thinking, well, I've only been in the professional world a couple of years. That's okay. Share some of the experiences that you've had in your organizations from your own perspective. That's another reason why you should go out, create a personal brand, and share with the world what you've learned. Those are the 8 steps. So you may be asking yourself, well, where should I start? Guesting or hosting? In my personal opinion, the low pressure, easy way to get into it is by guesting. First step you should do, join Podmatch. I promise you can get picked up and get on shows. Get on as many shows as you can, learn your stories, refine them, become a better communicator. And if you enjoy it, start your own podcast. You could spin up a podcast very quickly. I added a link to Pat Flynn, How to Start a Podcast in 2025. Check that out. But start with guesting. Get out there, see what you think, see if you like it. And I couldn't recommend it more. You don't need to have thousands of followers to be a guest on podcast or a podcast host. What you do need is the courage to step out of your comfort zone and start. My guess is you're going to love it. So to close out, here's what I want to say. Podcasting made me a better communicator, a better listener, a better connector, and a better thinker. It changed my life, and it can do the same for you. All right, listeners, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to DM me your favorite of these 8 takeaways, and I also want you to sign up on Podmatch. And do me a favor, rate and review the Learn It All podcast on your favorite platform. It is a huge help for us getting our word out there. Until next time, everybody, stay curious, keep learning, have a great day.